3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? So this Sunday is the annual Survivor Series pay-per-view, of course, from the WWE Thunderdome, and there's some WWE Thunderdome news coming up in the news and rumors. Earlier today, it was announced that the Thunderdome will be on the move in a couple of weeks, but we got 6 matches as of right now. I don't necessarily envision any matches being added to the list, but it could always happen tomorrow night or hell on Sunday afternoon. So let's jump into it. We will start with the champion versus champion match. We talked about Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Championship this past Monday on Monday Night Raw. He'll be taking on, he is, of course, the WWE Champion on Raw, Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion on SmackDown. I almost wanted to predict that this match was going to be like a no decision, but then I course corrected myself. It's going to be the Ooh-Ah Man. Roman Reigns is going to win this match. Ryan.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Roman should win this, and I think he will be victorious this Sunday night.
Tim.
Ooh-ah.
Intern Mark.
Without question, it's going to be Roman Reigns.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And Matt.
Yeah, make it unanimous.
Yeah, this one was pretty easy.
Before you move,
Yes.
do we get a Money in the Bank cash in on this?
It would be kind of the best moment because you're going to have Roman looking strong, so it shouldn't hurt Drew McIntyre.
And you're going to have Jey Uso obviously running distractions.
Yeah.
It's a 2v1.
Yeah. I think we should. I think it's the best time for it. And I think it would spice things up coming out of it, going into what is really kind of the deadest month of the year, in my opinion. December in WWE land is between Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. That's dead world. Give me the Miz as champion.
Oh, okay. Someone forgot about the incredible storyline where Del Rio hit Santa with his car and almost killed him.
You're right. I did forget about that. Well, I've just tried to eliminate everything Del Rio related from my head.
Totally fair.
Didn't Mick Foley scream out? It's like somebody screamed out Santa during that. I gotta go back and watch that clip again. Oh man, that's such a good segment.
You know what you're asking for here with the cash-in? And the WWE universe and the internet wrestling community bitching that we put the belt on Drew McIntyre for 6 days for a cash-in. Why couldn't it be Randy Orton?
Yep.
They will melt down. You know that.
They'll melt down anyway.
Good.
They melted down when it went back to Drew, because why did you have Drew drop the title to begin with? Who cares? Drew McIntyre.
Fuck you all.
Drew McIntyre's a 2-time champion. Like 2 years ago, would you have imagined that if somebody had said that he's going to be a 2-time WWE champion? Nobody would have thought it was actually going to happen. Devin also has Roman Reigns winning. We have a question here. Is this where Undertaker plays in with the history with Roman? I don't see Taker getting involved here. Obviously, we can touch on that aspect of Survivor Series as well. Hell, let's just hit it now. I mean, it's the final farewell of the Undertaker. I know last week we all kind of, except for me, had hypothesized that this will not actually be the end of the Undertaker that this is going to set up a final match. I'm in the camp that it's not. I think the way that this is all ended, let it be. Like you got an awesome cinematic match. You had the documentary. Let him go out where he debuted. Just let it be. Because here's the thing. Like if we knew there was going to be a full stadium at WrestleMania this year, I'd say why the hell not. But do you want to do it in front of, part Thunderdome, part socially distanced crowd? Are you going to drag it out another year till there's fans at WrestleMania? I mean, Taker's on the wrong side of 50 at this point. I think let it be. But if anybody has any other thoughts on that, I know Tim, you weren't with us last week.
I don't want it. I will go on record by saying that, but I truthfully believe Taker closes the show and he will get interrupted by The Fiend. There's no reason for The Fiend to not be on Survivor Series if he's not doing something with The Undertaker.
Yeah, but so just because he gets interrupted by The Fiend doesn't mean it's Taker Fiend at WrestleMania.
Could just be The Fiend.
The Fiend
ending
The
him.
Fiend has literally fed on Kurt Angle with no match, Mick Foley with no match, Kane with no match. He's literally gone through these lists of legends who have come through, and he's just clawed them, and that's it.
So he could just end the Undertaker.
I think you get the Ric Flair leave the memories alone deal. You get Taker in the ring with Vince. You have the parade of people. It's all done, and then kadoom, kadoom, kadoom. Lights go out.
That would be fucking awesome.
The Fiend shows up. The Fiend shows up. Taker, like the old outlaw, he draws his weapons one last time. Can't get a shot off. Fiend puts him down, and that's how you've passed the torch of being a phenom from the Undertaker to Bray Wyatt. No match needed. It's perfect. Like
But
this
do you
is
think
exactly.
that's? I mean, I love that.
I'll say that's so much better than what could possibly happen.
So much better.
I'd be fully on board with that. But do you think Vince lets his best character go out like that?
Yes.
It's always better to go out on your back.
In wrestling,
hard time believing that Vince, because the Undertaker is so important to Vince.
Correct, but Vince this is a conversation that you probably know, you're familiar with. If I draw back to the history of Vince McMahon, he believes in a time-honored tradition. Everyone at the end goes out on their back. Kurt went out on his back. Austin went out on his back. The Rock went out on his back.
He forced Brett to go out on his.
Went out on his back. Shawn went out on his back. Undertaker is no different. And if the Undertaker has his way, if Undertaker had his way, he would have gone out on his back with Roman. Now he actually gets to give that opportunity of being dominated to the Fiend in a face-off that they haven't had in this new incarnation of Bray Wyatt, and at a point where Bray actually can use this because he's starting to get back to super powerful Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Very sneakily, he's starting to get to height of powers again.
Yeah, and kudos to the pairing with Alexa Bliss for helping that whole situation go on.
And honestly, part of that goes to Nikki Cross too.
Yeah, Nikki has been fantastic in this role.
As being the person who's proving how strong the grip of the Fiend is on a person. And to the point where people lose their humanity because of the Fiend's presence.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what, getting off on a sidebar tangent, Nikki said she's gonna do whatever it takes to get Alexa back. What does that mean?
Yeah, dude. There's
hopefully it's talk to her with that accent a little bit more.
I love it, dude. It is.
Lexa,
I do too.
Lexa.
So
it is fantastic, and like all the time, there's so many
Look
like
at me.
there's so many points too where female superstars, and now because of the Alexa Bliss title, there'll be female superstars talking in the back, and you'll just see the puppets just hanging out. Like there's just so many layers to all of it that it's it's so freaking good. And
Funhouse is getting nasty. It's like
Yes.
gnarly now. It's so much fun.
And the thing too with to Matt, to your question is I think the other reason why I think Vince will do this and not have a problem with doing it is
He's busy recounting votes.
well, yes, he's busy recounting votes. And if you give Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, this rub from the Undertaker on Taker's way out, it makes the Fiend more valuable. And if there's anything Vince loves more than the Undertaker, it's money. So
that's fair.
You know,
I mean, and I hope you're right, because I love that idea. And I'm with Ryan here. Like, I don't want to see another match.
I really
I'm totally
don't.
fine never seeing Undertaker wrestle a match again. I just think it's a little naive to think it will never happen again. Like I think it
can always. I mean, remember we've seen Shawn Michaels come back, so the idea that the Undertaker is never going to wrestle again isn't out of the realm of possibility.
Terry Funk retired like 6 times.
Yeah, he retired 6 times in 2000.
Ric Flair retired and then immediately went to TNA.
Right.
Like, so
are you saying Undertaker to TNA next week?
I think
what
he's
I'm hearing?
all elite.
You mean the Gravedigger is showing up on AEW Dynamite next Wednesday? Is that what you're telling me?
The United States ass kicker is going to show up.
Limp Bizkit's recording a new version of Rollin' as we speak.
It's actually a cover band, Pimp Lisket.
Oh, Pimp Lisket is good.
They are good. They probably sold more than Limp Bizkit, if we're being totally honest.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Pimp Lisket. It's Gimp Trisket.
Gimp
Trisket.
Yeah.
They
Pimp
play at the Chameleon Club.
Pimp Lisket.
They opened for Fozzy.
No. Fozzy opened for them.
Open for them. Yeah.
Well, no. What they did is they tried this thing where they were both on the stage at the same time, and they played their set simultaneously.
I heard Gimp Tristic wanted to wear masks and Fozzy wouldn't let him.
They were like, "That's Slipknot's gimmick."
Disrespectful, stupid idiot.
Yeah. It was a no mask tour. It was COVID fest. But yeah, I love that idea, and like I also wouldn't be surprised if we get another Undertaker match at whether it's at this WrestleMania or at some other point, because he even said it in the documentary. Like, if Vince calls me, I'm probably going to do it. Like we saw that in the documentary. Like
the farther Undertaker gets away from actually competing, the better. I think with a sense of closure that Survivor Series can be for the Undertaker, it's hard to bring that. It would absolutely not be the Dead Man. I don't think we're seeing the Dead Man anymore. I think if we see anything, we see kind of what we saw with like the Boneyard match.
Yeah, kind of
where we get that what Undertaker coined as the unholy trinity.
Yeah.
With, part Dead Man, part badass, part Mark.
Yeah, and I could be better with that.
But even so, like I don't think we need a match.
No.
Like, what if we got another Firefly Funhouse match and we had the Undertaker get put through 30 years of Undertaker, and like you go back to Mean Mark and you like you lean in on like his instances with Paul Heyman. He used to team with Dan Spivey. Dan Spivey was
true.
Waylon Mercy. So like there's crossovers there
that I could go for. That I could go for.
People loved it with Cena.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh my God.
and that's more that's more plausible and better than a in the ring match. I don't need to see Taker in the ring again.
And here's the cool thing too. There's always that what if storyline you can do with Undertaker, where what if WCW bought WWF?
Aha,
what happens to the Undertaker not in WWF? Like what happens if Ted Turner absorbed Vince McMahon's company in 2001? Like that's that what if that you could play too. Like
and it's not like we're getting cinematic matches monthly like we were a few months ago.
Yeah.
They don't need it anymore because they have the
they have the Thunderdome.
So spread these out. And when we get one, I'm pleasantly surprised. Ooh, we're getting a cinematic match.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. And here's the deal, Tim. I don't, like I said, I don't want a match.
I don't either.
I feel like we need to have an interaction with the Fiend.
We will get it.
And the Undertaker.
We will get it.
And I thought that would lead to a match your way 10 times better. You don't need to have a match to still get the rub and go out on your back. That's exactly what should happen.
And it will close the show. Like
it absolutely should.
There's nothing on this card, and we talked about it.
This card.
There's
not
nothing
great.
on the pre-show that screams main event. Like
it stinks.
Like it's and this is the bummer too. And I meant to bring this up, and we'll obviously get back to the rest of the 5 matches and the predictions. Last year we had NXT part of Survivor Series, and obviously I think the reason we're not getting that this year is because you're trying to limit the number of people at the show and stuff like that. So it is a bummer because I think there was obviously potential to build off what NXT did last year. But I've seen a lot of people saying that they have a hard time getting into Survivor Series because there's no stakes on the show. So you're building it as Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. For me, I mean, I guess I look at it, I was going to watch regardless, whether it's Team Raw, Team SmackDown, or if they just do classic, 4 or 5 traditional Survivor Series matches and maybe like a title match here or there. But I've pressed a few people and I've said, what would your stakes be? Most people don't really have an answer. So let's go around. Like if you're going to put stakes on Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, the only one that came to my mind, actually, Tim, I'll go to you first since you raised your hand.
So this, I'm not taking credit for this one. This is absolutely from Marcus, the best friend. Have the winning team of the 5-on-5 match challenge the champion of their brand at TLC.
Oh, okay.
6-man TLC, 6-woman TLC for the championship. So that way, like, if Team Raw wins, it'll be AJ, Keith, Sheamus, Braun, Riddle, and Drew, or it'll be KO, Jey Uso, Corbin, Seth, TBD, or Roman.
TBD, he just came over from AEW, right?
Yeah, TBD. Yep.
He had a decent run over there. The other one I kind of thought too is the winner or winners get the final spots in the Royal Rumble, and the last person that, so like in the men's match, like let's say that King Corbin is the last one like eliminated for Team SmackDown, maybe the first one eliminated because that would probably make a little bit more sense. Have them Corbin would be the number 1 entrant in the Royal Rumble, and if the final 2 on Team Raw would be Keith Lee and AJ Styles, those would be 29 and 30 in the Royal Rumble. So so they have better odds of getting to WrestleMania and the title match. Like Devin says, Brand wins the most matches, gets number 30 spot. And then you could, over the next 6 weeks or so, battle to see who gets the actual 30 spot. Any other thoughts on what you would like to see the stakes on Team Raw versus Team SmackDown to be?
I get the Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Ryan.
No, I want you to go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I was just going to say beyond those two, the only other one I could see would just be the winning team gets to be in the Money in the Bank match.
Okay. Ryan?
I could see that. You move the draft afterward, and the brand that has the most wins at the end of the night gets the first draft pick.
Okay. I like that. I like that as well. Mark, do you have any other thoughts?
It'd be nice to see a trophy for the best in the world for the brand that wins.
No, Shane already has that best in the world
That's
trophy.
true.
Yeah, just bring back the Andre the Giant trophy.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
What happened to the ovary trophy?
I was just thinking about that too. Where's the ovary trophy?
Was Naomi the last winner of that?
Yeah, as I say, because they didn't do those this year because of COVID restrictions.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They couldn't do that.
So yeah, it was Naomi, and who won the? Oh, it was Braun.
Strowman's.
Yeah, because he eliminated the SNL guy.
Oh, so bad.
That was at least on the kickoff show, right? Like that wasn't on the main.
Still had to sit through it.
Yeah, you were there. I think you got a good enough WrestleMania to ease the pain.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, let's.
It really was. It was very good.
Let's get back to the predictions here. We have the women's champion versus champion match. Asuka from Raw, and Devin says the trophy got left behind at MetLife Stadium. Maybe that's what's cursed the Giants and Jets. It's just the stank of that trophy is just hanging over. By all means, keep it there. Giants and Jets can keep stanking as much as they want. And Sasha Banks, of course, the SmackDown Women's Champion. I have Sasha winning this one. I mean, SmackDown's been your dominant brand as of late. Sasha, the new champion over there. I think having her pick up the win. I'm looking forward to this match. I think this match should be real good. Ryan.
Yeah, I too have Sasha.
Tim.
I'm going with Asuka.
Okay. Intern Mark.
I'm looking forward to this match too, and I'm going to go with Asuka.
Matt.
I have Sasha. I think you don't take the momentum away from her that quickly.
All right, then we go to the tag team champions. You have the New Day, Kofi and Xavier, the Raw tag team champions versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Your SmackDown tag team champions. I also have the Street Profits picking up the win here. Devin has Sasha winning the women's match. I have the Street Profits winning here. I've kind of enjoyed the back and forth these two teams have had. I think continuing the Street Profits kind of dominant run here with the tag team titles and just keep that thing rolling. Ryan.
This is where I have Raw picking up their first victory because it's the New Day. Of course, the New Day should win this.
Tim.
This is a missed opportunity on when we used to have authority figures. If there was an authority figure on SmackDown, I would put Big E as the guest referee to make him call it either for or against either team. And if because obviously he'll go with the New Day, then the GM gets to put Big E through his paces, and then you can actually build him. But instead, Big E's gonna probably do a backstage segment tomorrow on SmackDown, and he's gonna laugh and clap and haha, and that's it. I got the Profits up.
Very good. Intern Mark.
Yeah, I'd like to see New Day win, but I think the Street Profits will, so they can get that rub.
Very good. And Matt.
Profits are up.
Matt, you realize you've agreed with me 3 times out of 6 matches.
This is not good.
I'm scared too.
Like what is happening right now? I'm afraid to keep going. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? But we go to the champion versus champion match, the Raw United States champion Bob Lashley.
Bob!
Taking on the Intercontinental champion on SmackDown with Sami Zayn. This is my first prediction in the order we're going, where I have Raw picking up a victory, and I have Bob winning the match here because the Hurt Business has to keep winning. So, Bob. Ryan.
Hit the button again.
Bob!
Tim.
Sammy.
Ooh. Thought I was going to get to hit the button. Intern Mark.
Hit the button, Jim.
Bob!
Attaboy. Let's see. Devin had the Street Profits. He also has
Bob!
And Matt.
I hate to keep doing this,
Oh my
Jim, but
God.
hit the button.
Bob!
I'm so scared. Actually, maybe this is what's going to balance back 2020. Like this is what it was going to take. All right, then we go to the two traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches. We'll start with the women's team. Raw is Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, your women's tag team champions. Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce taking on Team SmackDown. Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and two members to be determined. I would say they also came from AEW, but they don't have a women's division to pull from. So, I have Team Raw picking up the win. I have Lana as your sole survivor, and I have Nia Jax going through a table at the hands of your sole survivor, Lana. I feel like this is where Matt and I are going to not match up on picks. Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, not at all.
I'm not trying to be rude here.
Why is Lana
Yep,
putting
go
her
ahead.
teammate through a
You
table?
really think Lana's hoisting up
Well,
Nia
she'll
Jax.
have help. She'll have help from the rest of the division.
a goddamn crane
She has help from
Come
the
on.
crane.
by herself? She's not doing it by herself.
Don't be rude.
But why?
Don't be
why
rude.
Why is Lana putting her teammate through a table?
Well, it's after the match, after she's the sole survivor, and then I assume.
Nowhere just sets
But
up.
is Nia just going to hang out ringside?
Look, it's WWE. It's not going to make sense. At some point, she is going to put Nia Jax through the table.
If you really wanted our picks to differ, we could have found some other way. Like, this is just an outlandish scenario.
Tim gives us these great winding storylines of Big E being pulled for brand supremacy or his close friend. You have 110-pound Lana picking up Nia Jax, gorilla press slamming her over into a table.
I feel like mine's actually more likely to happen because it doesn't make any sense.
You're unbelievable.
He's so right.
Team SmackDown.
Ridiculous.
Team SmackDown for Ryan. Mark or Tim.
I also have Team SmackDown, and I'm curious. I literally have no idea who's even left on SmackDown that could be the two.
Like Bianca should
Carmella.
probably be the sole survivor. Carmella could be one. Natalia's over there. I think Naomi's on Raw, and she's also hurt.
Is she on Raw?
I think she's on Raw now, but I also think she had surgery just a couple weeks ago.
Oh God.
Is it Billy Kay on SmackDown?
Billy Kay's on SmackDown. Okay, let's take a timeout. Look,
You don't want me on this one.
I was kind of okay when you broke up the Iconics because the rumor was the reason why they were doing it was because Peyton Royce was going to get a singles push. We're like 2 months since they broke up, and now she's just in a tag team with Lacey Evans. Why? Like there's no reason to, like, if you're going to keep her in a tag team, the two Conics infinitely greater than Peyton and Lacey Evans. And I like Lacey Evans. It's not that I don't like Lacey Evans. But what the fuck? Like, what are you doing here? It doesn't make sense. Any thoughts to go around the room here?
Yeah, you're going to put them on opposite teams, and they're going to have to battle each other, and you're going to be like, oh, it's going to tug at your heartstrings.
Fair, I guess.
I mean, that's actually how I had this match ending.
Okay, I can see that. But Tim, I feel like you have some thoughts on the two Conics.
Whole thing sucks.
I actually have Lana picking them both up and choke slamming them through tables.
Because they're damn workers and they'll go up for her. Light as a feather.
That doesn't look great. They were like the Cardinals trainers are like stuffing a towel up in Kyler Murray's shoulder pads. That doesn't seem.
There.
I'm not a doctor and I'm not an NFL player. Shocking.
His arm is falling off.
But I'm like,
off.
it just doesn't seem right. All right, time back in. Tim, I think you said Team SmackDown, correct?
I said Team Smacketh Downeth.
All right, intern Mark.
Well, I hate to say it, I could see Team Raw winning. Really could see Lana being the sole survivor. As scary as that sounds.
It does sound awful and scary, but I just. All right, Matt, here we go.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, I had Team Raw because I had Peyton Royce beating Billy Kay to finish the match.
Well, we can stick with that part of it.
Yeah, but my God, Lana slamming Nia Jax through a table.
I mean, obviously she's getting help, but I'm just saying
From who?
And why?
The entire division, because Nia and Shayna have been assholes to the entire Raw Women's division.
So you have Lana winning, and her team, including these two assholes, come out to congratulate her? Is that why they're back
not necessarily
out
at the end of the match, just at some point it'll happen. It can happen sometime during the match. Hell, they could put Nia through a table and that's what caused them to get counted out. So it doesn't hurt the tag team champions as much either.
So during the match, Lana
I have Lana doing
her
3
teammate.
moonsaults in this match too.
In succession.
Look,
Or I
I'm not
have
saying
Lana
it makes
climbing up
sense.
to the top of the ring post.
On the ring post itself.
On the ring post.
Right.
Not the turnbuckle, the post.
On the post.
I still shouldn't have got points for that. I don't give a shit what you say.
Well,
Why? You said
That was before the little landing area on top of the post.
it's true, but they didn't go on the post. They went on the top turnbuckle.
I hate you.
Look, I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying that it could happen.
Well, no, I have Lana going on the ring post and doing a swanton bomb through Nia Jax.
I have Lana actually finding a way to get on top of the actual damn Thunderdome.
Above the part that we even see?
Yeah, just up there like the crow sting.
Doing a shooting star press off the top.
A triple shooting star.
That sounds about right. Actually, that
You know what could happen?
What's that?
Lana could get eliminated, defect from Raw, become one of the 2 unannounced SmackDown stars with Eva Marie, and her and Eva Marie could win the match.
Why not?
That's some good shit right there.
There you go. All of these things could actually happen. Let's be honest.
All of them are more plausible than Lana putting Nia Jax.
Well, I wouldn't say her doing like a swanton bomb is more plausible.
More plausible.
I feel like she's pretty agile.
Is she?
Jim, you
She
have
does the
her. You
splits
have
and
her
shit.
lifting Nia Jax and putting her through a table. But
You think
she
she
can do a
is more
swanton
strong
bomb?
than agile?
I
A
didn't-
professional dancer.
No.
No, not you, Big Jim.
Oh, okay.
No. She's going to get help. She's going to get help. But
Have you ever seen the movie Operation Dumbo Drop?
Oh my!
Okay, that's a Ryan comment. Come on now.
Yeah, well,
That's
when
off-
you stop making them, somebody's got to make them.
That's off brand.
My God.
Yeah, well, look, I leave the low hanging fruit there until somebody doesn't take it.
hell is even that?
wow. Let's go. Let's move on. We
Who
have
do we
one.
think are the 2 TBDs for SmackDown? I'm just curious what you boys think.
Carmella and Natty.
Carmella and Billy Kay.
Billy Kay and Bailey.
It's got to be Carmella. Bailey would be good.
All right. Who do you think, Ryan?
I too had Billy Kay, and I don't know if she's ever going to wrestle again or even where she's at, but I put Sonya Deville.
Oh, like a return. Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I think technically she's still a free agent. I don't think she.
What if she's a part of Retribution?
Oh, That would get people's attention.
Interesting.
Because they only have one female in Retribution at this point.
Uh-huh.
I like it. What
did happen to Mercedes? She's not
She
even
said
wrestling.
hell to the no.
She said,
I don't blame her. I'm not blaming her.
Oh, wait. Our team is Mace, T-Bar, Slapjack,
And Cookie Cutter or something.
and Reckoning.
Slapdick, yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
No. Hell no.
I don't have the fuck this shit, I'm out.
Happened to Martinez.
And she's back on.
I'm mad, but I'm not that mad. I'm good.
And she's like, you know what? I'm more just inconvenienced as opposed to mad. I'm just gonna go back to NXT.
I feel like she had the best storyline of anybody that took forever to get there.
Well, apparently they did like a Retribution takeover of WWE's Twitter page this week.
They did,
and there was like vignettes from every member, like explaining why they are who they are now. And apparently they said they're really good. So I hope they showed them on Raw or something.
They should.
I need to go back and check them out. But yeah, apparently everybody said like they were all really, really good. And I actually like the content because it ties back to Mustafa Ali being the
hacker man.
The hacker. So that ties that back as well.
Yeah, did you see any of them, Jim?
I didn't actually because I forgot.
They were really good. I mean,
I think I was napping that day.
It had Dijak like hugging Keith Lee, but it exposes them pre-mask, so it like confirms their identity or whatever. It was actually really good. They should absolutely make that part of Raw. They won't.
No, they won't.
But it should.
I mean, you have 3 hours. It's not like you can fit in a couple of vignettes somewhere.
They should.
All right, let's go to the men's 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Raw, which is AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle, taking on Team SmackDown, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and a player to be named later. I have Raw picking up this one as well. I didn't make any predictions on who will be survivors or sole survivors or anything along those lines, but I have Raw picking up the win, which would then balance out 3-3, Team Raw and Team SmackDown. There is no winner, there is no loser. We're all just one big family.
You were so tapped out from your previous.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I was done.
Couldn't come up with a sole survivor.
No. Well, I don't think there's going to be sole survivors in both. Like, I think with the men's, there's going to be multiple, maybe Keith Lee and AJ Styles or something like that. Like, I don't think it's going to come down to just one. Ryan.
I have Team Raw here. Also to have it 3-3 because it's 2020 and there can be no winners, there can be no losers.
Tim.
I don't quite recognize that Raw team that you told me. I thought that the Raw team was Skipper, Broly, Fireface, Dopey, and what was Brawny Strowman's name?
I have no idea.
Someone in the chat, what was Matt Riddle's code name for Brawny Strowman's?
Whenever I hear
Riddle's.
Yeah, sorry.
name.
Who's Matt Riddle? I just whenever I hear Riddle talk, I just think of Towley from South Park. So I just have a hard time listening.
Equity Farms.
Intern Mark.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh wait, I thought you said. Oh no, you were just talking about Team Raw. Sorry.
Yeah, I just said I didn't know. I didn't know what his.
I don't think so, Tim.
Didn't know what his Mongoose was. Mongoose was Strowman.
Mongoose.
Wow,
Yeah,
I almost spit beer into my computer at that point.
Which 5-person group in the WWE has worse names, Retribution or Team Raw?
Oh, Raw.
Vote now, twitter.com/3count.
Definitely Team Raw.
The poll will be up until Survivor Series. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to go with Team Raw. SmackDown wins 4-2.
Okay. Intern Mark.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Team Raw as well.
So what is do you have a record of your breakdown? Is it a tie?
No, honestly, I didn't really. I I didn't even think about that.
All right, so you had Reigns winning. Did you have Sasha or Asuka? You had Asuka, I
went
think.
with Asuka.
You had the Profits, right, over New Day.
That's correct.
You had Bob over Sami Zayn.
Bob!
Do you have Raw or SmackDown for the women?
I went with Raw. I think Lana's going to be the sole survivor.
That's right. And then who'd you go with for the men's?
The men's, I'm going to go with Raw.
You went Raw. So you had
Raw.
You had Raw 4-2 over SmackDown. You had Raw 4-2. And Matt, who is your pick in the men's?
I picked Team Raw to also have it 3-3, and I have Sheamus brogue kicking Keith Lee and AJ Styles through plate out glass windows because this is the night where everyone just turns on their own team.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, is it racist that AJ Styles thought that DeAndre the Giant
Yes.
didn't speak English?
Yes, I think it is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I just wanted to make sure.
I saw people reacting to that, and I was like, is it? And I'm pretty sure if you have to ask, then it probably is.
Like, he
said, I didn't know you spoke English. And I'm like,
there's so many questions I got to ask you now. Like, he's not a person who puts his pants the same way we do.
I wanted one question. AJ, I'm sorry. Why did you assume that?
Hey, AJ, is the earth round?
Yeah, like.
Did you call him Andre the Giant?
DeAndre the Giant.
Okay, I didn't hear you say DeAndre, and I'm like, I thought Andre spoke French.
Yeah,
I'm going through my head. What's wrong with the question? Because I'm pretty sure it was very broken English.
DeAndre the Giant.
Yeah,
DeAndre the Giant. Different story.
And like, I know they're not really because we're I guess they're trying to get us to forget that Raw Underground was a thing, but like he clearly had full conversations with Shane McMahon as Shane was entering Raw Underground. Like
AJ Styles was busy running a Twitch channel.
Well, that's
after
true.
Being boneyarded.
That's true. But I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm sitting there going.
He was on SmackDown, wasn't he?
I don't remember him. Did he talk back?
Yeah.
I thought Shane did all the talking.
Yeah, Shane did more of the talking, but yeah, he would be
like give him a fist bump.
He's like, how's it going tonight, boss? Oh, it's going good. Like stuff like that. But I mean, like he had, he talked to him. So like,
yeah. He's not a deaf ninja.
No.
A mute ninja.
Right.
He's a big.
But yeah, I am pretty sure that like it's at least across the line. Like it's across the line that you probably shouldn't have ventured over to. So was
he was the big ninja?
Are you kidding me?
I didn't know that. I thought that was just a tall ninja.
Come on. Nah, man. Who's the only big dude that you've seen on TV recently?
Titus O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil is thick. There ain't no way that big ninja is Titus.
Come on, man.
God dang it, Bobby.
All right, let's pre-grade Survivor Series. I'm gonna just go C. I'm gonna go C. The card looks bad, so I have like I'm looking at the card going like it's the matches are garbage, so I don't
plus C.
I don't.
Do you know that means that everyone else in this group has to grade it D or lower now?
Thank you, Tim.
Like
it's 2020. Rules don't matter.
If you have pre-graded this C, then all of us have to invent a letter grade.
and he's just doing that so that when he like inevitably gives it the A on the recap podcast, he'd be like, look, I didn't think this would be any good at all, but my God, it just exceeded my expectations.
Due to my mathematical equations, I got it over here. Jimbo metrics coming in hot.
Exactly. I like that. F. Jimbo metrics.
Straight F, I guess.
Straight F.
Matt says F. Matt actually says,
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
0.0.
Ryan.
You're absolutely going to change your tune about this because it's not going to matter how good or how shitty the matches are. It's all going to hinge on the Undertaker and what interactions he has to close the show. So you will end up giving this
because
an A-.
I still grade match by match.
I would say it is matches aren't going to matter because it's about moments in professional wrestling, and that moment will supersede all of them. I will give this a B.
Okay. Tim.
Fuck!
I'm because Jim rated it so poorly, I must go a negative D-.
Negative D-. Intern Mark.
Oh boy, I'm leaning towards the C plus. I'm gonna give it a C with a little plus on the side.
There you go. Devin says B-. And Ryan, yes, if the Undertaker segment, even if the Undertaker segment gets an A+ from me, I still go through. And again, this goes back to Matt.
That's a lie, and you know that.
No, it will, because if I go through match by match and I grade each match as presented. So even if that Undertaker segment is an A+, I still have to counter in if a match gets a 60, if if 3 matches get 70s.
One WWE match is getting a 60.
I think I've given a match. I think I've given
watching Blood and Guts.
Actually, I can't grade that one because it never happened.
There have been terrible matches before, and you give them higher grades because you're like, hey, at least it was short. We got it over with. Last pay-per-view you did that.
Well, I think I did last pay-per-view, but I have given matches since I started the new grading system. I know I've given a match a D already.
I need to see your notes.
Well, the notes are in the archives.
That's the report cards.
The notes are in the archives. You can go. You subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Amazon.
You have not
Spotify.
broken down points per points.
I have. I've said on the before. I've said on the review pods. I've said what each of the matches I've given.
I need you to release your bank statements.
They're right there. I'm more open than Impotus. Okay, you can check my tax returns, motherfucker. They're in the archives. They're there. I showed my work and everything because Teach always gave me shit. When I'd grade a show, I'd talk about each match, and then I'd grade a show, and he claimed it was too high. So I started going through on my PW scorecard. I write what each match gets, then I add up the total, divide by however many matches / segments there are, and that's where I get my letter grade.
And then we grade on the curve, add extra points.
I never add extra points. Fuck you. There's been a couple of shows that I've had as B's or B pluses that I said in my mind I'd love to put them as an A, but I haven't. I've stuck to my grade. I've stuck to my grade as it is on my sheet.
This is the guy who gives everyone in his class a B because they just showed up all year.
Yeah, I'm the favorite teacher.
That was my
Thanks
favorite.
a lot.
Oh, this was definitely the worst of these Hell in a Cell matches. A-.
Well, I mean, again, if you have all A pluses and you get 1 A, is that A not your worst grade?
Sure.
And why it got buried underneath a Craftsman toolbox S.
All right. So, all right. There's were all of our pre-grades for the show. I'm sure whenever we record something for next week, we'll obviously talk a little bit about.
Did you give a grade? I totally missed it.
Yeah, he said F.
He said F.
He said F.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, then I did this.
I award you no points.
That's right.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, my hands were really tied here.
I get it.
I mean,
but now you can only be surprised. See, you're going into it with no expectation. That's the best way to do it. There you go. Actually, if Matt gave a show a pre-grade of an A, I would have never seen it coming.
I think I gave a show a higher grade than you recently, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you gave Hell in a Cell a higher grade than
Hell in a Cell. Yeah,
was that the one?
Because I think mine was was a B or a B plus, and it's because there was a couple matches on the card that were just they were just shitty. Despite the A pluses on the card, I was still at a B. 3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?